Hey guys, this is Asdjke. So, a chunk in Minecraft is a 16 by 16 block area that reaches from bedrock all the way up to sky limit. Now the game uses these chunks to generate maps, and these are the maps that you play on so regularly. Now these maps are completely random, as you guys know, and they completely consist of these 16 by 16 chunk areas. Now in front of you we have a chunk that has been generated 100% using vanilla Minecraft Redstone. Yeah, so this thing was completely generated 100% randomly using redstone and other various elements from the vanilla Minecraft game. Pretty crazy, right? So, as we can see in front of us, we see various ore veins and some gravel and dirt patches. Now, this is the sort of terrain mix that you would see in a typical vanilla world generation, and this is done entirely with redstone. So see, if I dig in here, we'll actually see that these are actual three-dimensional objects of the different types of blocks. So this is the point where you're asking yourself, how the heck does this work? Well, I'll show you. So, yeah. This is the redstone behind it all. Hope you enjoyed that little montage. But yeah, this is what makes it work and do things. It's kind of crazy to step back and just watch it work and just see this chunk form out of nothing. It's quite amazing. So yeah, this is the world as it is before the filter is run. Now this filter is called the redstone activated spawner filter, or TrazLander's redstone activated spawner filter, however you want to say it. But yeah, that is made by Texel Elf, alongside with TrazLander, who was the original idea comer-upper. I just made that word up and you're gonna live with it. Yeah, you can check out his video down in the description below to check him out. He's got some sick videos on it, and that'll give you a little bit of better idea exactly how I utilized it. Basically what it does is it allows me to convert different signs at different positions, and then those signs basically trigger into spawners, which can then just be activated by redstone. So it's pretty cool. So the filter was used just to spawn the blocks into the physical world. All the rest of the randomization with the ore veins and such was all done using these redstone circuits that you can see all the way around here. Basically one of these little units, you can see it's sort of a whole bunch of duplicates of it, and they're all slightly modified. Each one of them does basically a column of the 16 by 16 chunk. It's a lot more complicated than that, and I'll have a video coming out really soon explaining in more detail exactly how this thing works. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Now, in the same way that the game actually generates these, what it does is it basically just tiles them together, so then it would generate another chunk next to that, then another one next to that, another one next to this on this side, etc, etc. So, all you would need to do to make an entire world out of these would be to copy that circuit and just make more of them next to each other, and then it would just simply keep generating chunks bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you would have not necessarily an infinitely generated world, because that would be a lot of redstone, but you could have a pretty decently sized map, completely randomly generated, and then every time you play it, it'll be different. So that's pretty dang cool. So sadly at the moment it only does flat terrain generation for above ground stuff, but it does generate these trees randomly in random positions and random amounts, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's all mainly for underground generation and stuff like that. This can be used in some pretty dang cool ways. So one really cool use for this would be, let's say you have a PvP map, and you have these sort of ores on it, but they're in, static positions. So every time you play it, you know exactly where the diamonds are, exactly where the iron is, and all that sort of stuff. Well, this would change that. Every single time you would play it, underground generation would be completely randomized. And then what you can also do with this is, with a little bit of modification with the signs for the filter and things like that, you can actually have this mirror. So you could have this chunk here mirrored over, say, onto the other lane of a PvP map, even across void or somewhere else on the map, and it can be the identical to this chunk, mirrored or whatever you want. So that's pretty cool. So you can generate an entire underground of a PvP map or something like that. That way everyone can't always memorize where the different ores are. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's only one little use for it. The sky is quite literally the limit with this one. So this project has taken me the last almost 3 months now, so it's been quite ginormous to work on. But that video will be coming out soon, explaining more in depth on how this works, so stay tuned for that, and some other pretty cool projects lined up that'll be coming out very shortly. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.